Hey, good fans. I am SonicSons, and I'm giving you a Japan update. First, I have here the official letter thingy. I think this is a letter regarding my acceptance, actually. And this one is the Certificate of Eligibility, which is the official document from Tokyo. You send it to the Japanese consulate, get your visa, and this is a certificate of admission. And if you remember a previous video entitled A for Paper Madness, you can see here the confirmation that their paper is a different size than ours, because they're amazing, or whatever. Okay, I'll put this back very carefully now. Rather not screw that. I already have the edges kind of crinkled. I'm like, oh frick, the edge is crinkled. What will I do? Probably put it in an actual folder or something. So yeah, I've got to take that and a couple of things to the Japanese consulate in Chicago, or mail it to them. You can FedEx it, which I may end up doing. There's like, it took a long time to get these forms. I really hate to lose them. Now, when was the last time FedEx lost anything of mine? They're reliable. Like, I might want to take them downtown myself, but then again, I stand a fair chance of screwing that up somehow. I'm the one carrying this stuff. I don't know, man. What if I drop it? In other news, way back when, like last year, spring, summer, I got this book. It is entitled Japanese the Manga Way, an illustrated guide to grammar and structure. Manga de Nihongo. Actually, I don't know how to read the end of that. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it says Japanese the Manga Way. And it's a great thing. They've got, manga, Japanese cartoons, well, Japanese comic books. If it's animated, it becomes anime, or anime, as we like to say. Dude, that's a double loan word. Animation became animation, became anime, became anime. Anyway, so they have stuff from actual Japanese manga as opposed to other sorts of manga. I guess you could have Korean manga. Most of the time people are talking about Japan. They have actual things there, and then they describe specific grammar points and backed up by their real context, which is really cool. And in the intro to this, it mentions a magazine called Manga Gene that was operating in the 90s. And that was sort of the next level up of this. Like, you could say they started in the middle. Because what they found was a lot of people who were trying to learn Japanese, and you get, a fair degree of the basics, and then you need a lot of, like, first-hand experience, to see all the little colloquialisms and stuff in context. And you don't get that on textbooks. So I said, okay, for those people, we'll have this magazine that prints manga. Some of it's going over several pages, and some of it just the 4 panels. They call it basically like a strip in a newspaper, just a couple little lines of something. But whatever it is, they print it, and then they would translate it. And not only do they translate, but they do a really good job of telling you, okay, this is what it looks like, and this is what it sounds like. And then here's like word-by-word translation, but it's out of order, because, the words, concepts come out of order in weird ways, and you go to a different language, particularly Japanese. And then they tell you how it actually comes out when you translate it all the way, and then they have little paragraphs describing, the grammar features of whatever you just read. Really cool. And then they went out of business in the late 90s. Sad. But after reading this book, very good, and seeing that the guy who did this is basically the people at Manga Gene, or one of the guys or something, eventually said, hey, let's take some of our same stuff that used to appear in the magazine and make an introductory book. So after reading this book, I thought I'll move along to the magazine. It'd be great. So last August, I went to their website and found, I think it's mentioned here too, that although they went out of business, like I said, in the 90s, they made a lot more copies than they actually sold in the 90s. So they have like a warehouse, or just someone's house, as far as I know, filled with old copies that haven't been sold yet, and they're willing to sell them to people because it's still valuable as Japanese instruction. And so I paid some $100-something for 32 issues of this magazine that would all come together. And then nothing happened for a little while. And then like a week or two into it, I got an email that said, sending your order to Pittsburgh for shipping today. I thought, that's odd. I don't live in Pittsburgh. I guess you're sending it from Japan to Pittsburgh and then Pittsburgh to me for some reason? Okay. And then 3 months later, I finally got something. When I bought this, I got it on Amazon. I got it, just a couple days. When you call the Manga Gene people, wow. Like, I sent them the emails. It was like, I've not gotten my product. A couple of those. There's like an email in all caps. I have not received my product. It's been like a month. It's been 2 months. I just sort of gave up on it. I was like, I guess that was $100-something I just lost. And then in November, I finally get half of what I ordered. Just over half. Yeah, I got 19 issues out of 32. And I'm like, okay. I sent an email. Thanks for 19. Whatever the 32 are. Well, it's February now, and I have gotten 7 more. So that brings a total of 26 out of 32. Most likely, I will not receive my complete shipment until I'm already in Japan. So maybe I can just go there and knock on their freaking door and be like, don't ship it, just give it to me. I'm already here. Now, this is a great magazine, though. I've been meaning to read them a lot more. I wanted to, read through all of them before I go to Japan, and I still have time. But there's a lot. They also have American comics. A couple of them. They have Calvin and Hobbes here, translated from English back to Japanese, because they found back in the 90s there are actually more people trying to learn English in Japan than there are people in America trying to learn Japanese, because English is a more widely spoken language. So they sort of try to go both ways with it, even though it remained mainly a learn Japanese sort of thing. But yeah, that's over with that. Also, plane tickets. I am coordinating with the one other person who's going to Japan at the same school at the same time as me. And we're figuring out what to do. We have, on my side of the thing is a non-stop flight that gets there in about 13 hours. But costs a bit more. And then the other side, my partner's proposing this flight that goes to Texas and then goes to Japan, which costs less, but takes like 17 hours travel time. And there's like a layover in between when you go to Texas, but there's like an hour layover. So there's like 16 hours in the air. I'm like, but I don't know if money might be an issue on the other side or stuff. I don't know. We're gonna try and figure all that out, or maybe we can just take a train through space. That I'm sure would be incredibly effective. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you later.